Good morning. This is Luke Revan, Assistant Manager here at East Brandywine Township. I'm addressing you in my capacity as the online moderator for this special session of the Vacancy Board. The health and safety of conducting this meeting via webinar. This meeting is being recorded and will be rebroadcast on the Township's YouTube. Notice of this meeting was posted on the Township website and advertised in the Daily Local. The agenda for this meeting was also posted on the website at Brandywine/Agenda Center and is also visible on your screen. Vacancy Board Chairman George Sherbach and Vacancy Kyle Scribner and Jason Winters on the Board of Supervisors and members of Township, myself, are joining us remotely is Township Solicitor. The other parties joining us can hear me, but your own microphones on your computers are muted. Organized meeting, we are following the following procedure. As with in-person meetings, I ask that all participants wait to be recognized by Chairman Sherbach before speaking, and that all comments be directed to the vacancy. Ask me your audio connection. You may also request this at any time via the chat feature located on the left-hand side. Each person recognized by the chairman should state their name and address before asking a question. I'll now turn the meeting over to Chairman Sherbach.
Good morning. Call to order this meeting of the Vacancy Board. We are here to fill the vacant position of supervisor that was created by the resignation of Ken Ader. The rules for conduct of public meeting established by Resolution 2001-08. Time allocated to each individual making a comment shall be 3 minutes unless otherwise set by the presiding officer. There will be no additional public comment after the election. I open it up at this point to public comment.
Mr. Chairman, with their requests to be recognized. If I make a recommendation, should we start with the in-house audience?
That's fine.
Well,
Okay,
seeing none, and I have no requests at this time.
Okay. Since there is no public comment at this time, let's proceed. Just for a quick background, the board accepted Ken's resignation at the July 16th board meeting. The township at that point sent out notice and who wished to apply for the opening. Were interviewed at the July 16th meeting. At that meeting, they were asked to give their background and reasons for running for the open position. I, for one, also sent in an application. At that interview, that if elected, I would not accept the salary nor the health care again today. The supervisor the next 30 days from July 16th on to agree on a candidate. Is it so that you both did not agree on a candidate?
There was no discussions of the public meeting.
Okay. Therefore, at this time, we will now decide who will fill the rest of the initial 2-year term started by Ken Ader. Kyle, who is your choice of candidate to fulfill the supervisor position?
So honestly, I want to thank everybody who came out. Every person that's in this room is going to be a fantastic or would be a fantastic candidate. For different reasons, just quickly, I'll go over. I have many friendships with people in the room. I have many working relationships with people in the room. Um, there are people who have volunteered and, in my personal opinion, would be much better candidates than even myself sitting up here. Uh, it's a very, very heavy heart that I even have to pick one of so many great people. With that said, I got numerous phone calls, and quite honestly, even from other candidates in this room, someone other than themselves to be a board member. Um, with that being said, I had a really tough decision, and I'll just say that out loud, between Greg Wagman and Carl Croft. And the reasons that I had such a tough decision is because I don't know either of them that well, to be honest with you. And I don't think either of them have skin in the game for anything that's going on in our township. Own conversation or a side. Therefore, I couldn't be teetered either way to persuade him to vote on anything in my way. Carl has been a township for numerous elections and school board. And again, to be honest with you, neither work known him. So those are my toss-ups, and I'll leave that for discussion with Supervisor Winters, I guess.
You need to pick a candidate.
Well, I wanted to open up discussion first and just throw that out. If there was any, if he had any interest in either of those.
Well, first off, I want to thank all of you for putting your application in for consideration. Volunteerism is important for any township, and we have a great group of volunteers who want to step up in the time for it. And after consideration, I do have my choice. And my choice actually would be George Sherbeck to be the supervisor for a few reasons. Number one, you have been the vacancy board member, the vacancy board chairman for the past 3 years, unanimously voted each time with the board. And I think that George would be a good asset to the township for someone who does not have any outside motives other than he resides here and he has made it clear that he is involved because he wants to live in a great community. And the vacancy board appointment each year, in my mind, the board is supposed to choose someone who we would want as an emergency situation. If we needed a third supervisor, who would we be able to be able to look to? And the fact that you've been there the past 3 years unanimously, but even Jay Fisher, he's been the longest supervisor, and he agreed. That's good enough for me as well. So I'd like to make I don't know if you want to make a motion, or I'll make a motion to appoint George Sherbeck as the replacement supervisor for East Brandywine Township for the remainder of Ken Ader's term, which I believe is up at the following year.
I won't be able to second because I picked two other people just out of respect. I do have a working relationship and a friendship with George, and I just don't feel as though I would be being fair if I were to do it based on those merits. I think he's going to be a fantastic supervisor if that in fact happens, but I just that reason.
Okay, do we have a second?
Um,
I will second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimous 3-0. George Sherback will be the next township supervisor. Swearing in will be Thursday at the next township meeting. I want to thank all the candidates, and I agree with Kyle that everyone out there who applied is well qualified and has contributed to the township in the past. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Our meeting is over.